The world isn't terrified of a recession. Inflation is soaring, the naira is volatile, and the plan A is currently on life support. While everyone is panic selling, the archives show us a man who used a global famine to buy the market entirely. And I'm talking about Joseph. Not the dreamer, but the crisis consultant. He moved from the prison cell to the C-suite of the world's superpower in one meeting because he didn't just interpret a problem, he built the infrastructure to solve it. If you want to know how to become recession-proof, sit down. We are decoding the recession-proof playbook. Most people think Joseph got the job because he had vibes or a gift. Wrong. Potiphar's house was his internship. He learned how to manage a household, but Pharaoh's palace required a strategist. When Pharaoh had that nightmare, he didn't need a therapist. He needed a supply chain manager. Joseph's genius wasn't just saying, "There's a famine coming." His genius was saying, "Here is the 7-year administrative plan to ensure the crown survives it." The PR lesson is this. In a crisis, the market doesn't pay for ideas, it pays for implementation. If you are just a creative, giving people interpretations of their brand problems, you are replaceable. But if you are the one who builds the system that saves them from this crash, you are essential. So stop being Potiphar's manager and start being Pharaoh's architect. Tell the survival, not just the story. Now let's get mechanical. Joseph told Pharaoh to take 20% of the harvest during the fat years and store it. This wasn't tax, it was backward integration. He was securing the supply before the demand peaked. Look at a brand like the Dangote Group. Why are they untouchable in the Nigerian market? Because Aliko Dangote follows the Joseph playbook. He doesn't just enter a market to sell, he enters to own the supply chain. When he saw the volatility of importing raw materials, he built his own refineries. He built his own salt mine. He built his own cement plant. When your brand is in its fat years, when the contracts are coming in, you must take 20% of that revenue, that time, and that influence to build your internal infrastructure. If you are a creator, your storehouse is your own data, your email list, your proprietary tech, your physical products. And if you rely on the rain, that is the algorithm, to feed you, you will starve in the lean years. Dangote doesn't wait for the market to be favorable. He is the market because he owns the storehouse. Are you building a shop or are you building a refinery? This is the savage part of the playbook. When the famine hits, Joseph didn't give the grain away. He traded it, first for currency, then for livestock, and then finally for land. By the end of the crisis, the consultant had handed the king the entire nation's equity. The strategic lesson here is this. A recession is the greatest wealth transfer in history for those who have a storehouse. While your competitors are panic selling their assets to stay afloat, you, with your 20% reserve, are there to acquire. Joseph moved from interpreter to master of the supply chain, and that is how you turn a crisis into a market monopoly. Hi, I'm ThatPRchic, and we are decoding the greatest book to build the greatest brand. So like, subscribe, and follow for more strategies and tips on how to build a successful business in Africa. I see you in the next video.